Oscar Bevis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here at Champion UK head office, joined by Mr. Dan Azeez, wearing his Champion gear. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
I'm right. Glad to be back in the swing of things. Glad to be talking to you. Glad to be here. You're a bit of a Champion ambassador, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to be, champion mindset, champion clothing. I mean, that's what we're just trying to put out there. But yeah, like you said, just here at the Champion UK head office. Big shout out to my guy Jack at JXL. Lee in the back here with the champ, Shan Cam. And yeah, just out here catching the vibe.
I'd say for a boxer, it is a pretty good name to be wearing. Bang across your chest, Champion. How important are things like that and deals like this for boxers like yourself to try and promote yourself, get your name out there as well, and obviously get some free clobber? We all love a little bit of free clobber, don't we?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's very important, especially in this day and age. Everything's a package. You do your job in the ring, and obviously you got your other obligations at the ring. Trying to align yourself with huge big brands like Champion. It only puts you in good stead, like value wise. So yeah, it's quite important. And personally, me, I've always been a fan of Champion anyway. Like I always rock Champion. All them, old school kind of 80s brands, the Feelers, Champion, all them big brands. I've always been a fan. So yeah, it's just good to like have them actually on board.
Is there a modelling contract tied up in this as well?
Nah. No modelling. Only modelling I do is in the ring. But yeah.
Right, let's talk the other business, the fists. English title defence against Andre Stirling, whose last 4 fights have actually been pretty high profile.
Yeah.
He's faced some top guys. He's got another chance, obviously, back-to-back defeats in big fights for him. He's got another chance against yourself. Yeah. Talk to me about Andre in that fight.
Yeah, like you said, his last 4 fights have been quite high profile, which obviously shows that he's a credible opponent. He's a worthy opponent. Even though he's lost his last 2, they've been against good, decent operators, Craig and who's the other one? Liam Conroy. So yeah, I was looking for a fight for the semi-finals for the Golden Contract. And yeah, he was available. And you always need a good dance partner. Part of being growing as a boxer is having worthy opponents, and I see Andre as that. So yeah, March 20th, I'll be defending my English title against him. So yeah.
I know that with him and Craig, there was sort of they called it a postcode war in the end.
Yeah.
Are we going to get any sort of London rivalry there between you two?
No, Andre don't want to do that with me. He don't want to do that with me. No, but to be fair, me and Andre, I've known him for a while. We train at the same gym. So at the end of the day, for me anyway, it's just business. I just got to go in there, do my thing, and come out on the other end victorious. It's not the first time I had to do it with Charlie. It was just business. Me and Charlie, when we see each other now, we're still like best of buddies, like really nice guy. And I envision the same happening with Andre.
I want to talk about the Charlie fight actually, because going back to that, I remember at the time, I think Coogan was sort of pestering Eddie saying, "Snap up Dan Azeez." Yeah. Like, what's going on? Like, he's entertaining, he's just won the Southern area, he's young, there's a journey to build there. Has been any talks about you perhaps fighting on Sky or fighting on, I know you're obviously on next Golden Contract show, but has there been any talks about you fighting under perhaps even the Matchroom banner?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm managed by MTK, so Lee specifically, he's the one that deals with everything. So, if there is any talks, it's Lee that they're going to. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So far, in just under 2 years, I've managed to grab the Southern area and the English title. So yeah, I'll just leave it to them.
I've got to ask you about the Golden Contract actually, the one at your weight, of course, the light heavies. Bit of a mad first quarter-final show with Bolotniks knocking out Stephen Ward, which no one expected, especially that quickly. Favourites, fight that you'd want to see in the final? Talk to me about the whole sort of thing.
Yeah, I just got to watch I got to watch Liam versus Andre, which was a decent fight, good fight. Obviously, Liam come on top. Hosea's fight was quite good. The first round, just him coming out and just dropping what's his name? I forgot his name as well. Bob Adjasaf, quality operator as well. And then the final fight, Bolotnik's just taking out Ward like that. A lot of people were like, oh yeah, Ward is struggling at the weight, he's dead at the weight or not. But there's people like he's height or whatnot. Like Hosea, I'm sure Hosea's like taller than him. He makes the weight all right. So I don't really use that as an excuse, to be fair. Doesn't really look like a big, actually, okay, he's a big, like, heavy, but I couldn't see him being a cruiserweight. But yeah, I just think Bolotnik's just had his number. I give Bolotnik all the credit because everyone was looking at him like he's probably the best person to choose. He had a high ranking and no one really rated him. And then, he just came and showed them what he was about. So I like that. And I love that underdog kind of story. So yeah, he done his thing, man.
Does that mean you're backing, and I say backing Bolotnik like you're his number one fan, but does that mean if you were to be a better man and put your money down, you'd sort of put it on Bolotnik?
No. Do you know how I see? I see Hosea and Bolotnik's making the final, and then I won't be surprised if Hosea's just outboxing Hosea. No, Hosea's outboxing Bolotnik's for 12 rounds, peppering him up. And Bolotnik just comes out and knocks him out. I wouldn't be surprised with that. Like something like that could happen. But yeah, man, I see them two in the finals. I'd like to see Liam in the final. He's doing well, man. Especially after the loss from Buatsi. He's come back, he's regrouped, he's doing these things. Like, so yeah, it's exciting. Good bunch of boxers, good tournament. I can't wait to see how it pans out.
Obviously, perhaps come a bit too early for you in your career, but you're fighting Andre, who lost in the quarterfinal. You're sort of going to be looking at perhaps anyone who loses in the semi-final who would still be considered top domestic names and sort of see them as your next targets?
Yeah, possibly. Like I say, I just leave that all to MTK and Lee Eaton. At the moment, the only person I'm seeing is Andre Stirling. I don't look further than that. So after March 20th, then we can start looking at what's next.
The winner of March 29th.
What's that?
Craig Richards versus Shaq Smith.
That was my next question. Craig Richards, Shaq Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, what a cracking fight that is. Free to air as well.
Yeah.
So a good bit of business for them too. That's just such a good fight.
No, wicked fight. Really good fight. Shaq's done well. I don't think he had that much amateur experience. He's done well to win the English. Had a really good fight with Dex Spellman. Won the English, and now he's put himself in a position to fight for the British. Craig as well. Obviously, he lost to Buglioni before, so now he's getting a second chance to redeem himself. And I think just all the experience that he's probably had, the loss, he had a hard fight against Chad Sugden, but I think all that is probably gonna, wake him up and keep him at his sharpest for this fight. So I would probably, do you know what? It's a 50-50 for me, but I would lean more towards Craig. I think he should be more seasoned and more experienced. He should be, but anything can happen. Shakan's a good fighter, nice, long, tall, rangy. So I look forward to that fight. I can't wait actually. I'll definitely be sitting front row, keeping a good eye on that because it's a good fight, a very good fight.
Yeah, definitely a cracker. Now, one thing I do have to ask you about Wilder Fury. Now, everyone I ask to say the same thing. Fury can box, Wilder can bang. In the nicest way possible, let's have a Dan Azeez breakdown of Wilder Fury without the Fury or box and Wilder or bang. Is there any other sort of analysis you could give us?
I can't. I'm not even going to lie.
Is it just literally Fury can box and Wilder can bang?
That's it, exactly that. But I'm hearing, obviously, Fury saying, he wants to come out and try and stop him. I don't know if that's going to work in his favour or not. But there were times in that fight where he clocked Wilder and he hurt him. Like even in that 12th round after he rose from the dead, he come back and I can't remember, it might have been a right hook or a left hook. Yeah, man. So anything can happen. I can't wait. It's tomorrow, isn't it? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
All right, Dan, thank you very much for giving me some of your time.
Cheers,
anything else you'd like to add?
Big up my sponsors, JFW. If it weren't for them, JFW Build, if it weren't for them, I won't be able to concentrate on my craft and develop how I want to develop. Can't thank them enough. Big up Jack again from JXL. Big up MTK. Big up yourself, Oscar. Big up my trainer, Brian O'Shaughnessy, and all my staff.
Can we give a little shout out at the end as well to someone who I know will watch this? Mr. Michael Elliott.
Oh,
Friend of yours, friend of mine, who's had to
exactly.
retire from boxing because of a couple of scans, potential problems with his brain. So shout out to Michael as well.
No, definitely big shout out to Michael. When I joined Brian O'Shaughnessy stable, Michael was one of the guys that used to train under him from West Ham days as an amateur. He used to always give me hell in sparring all the time. Like, he's one of the reasons I've gotten used to like sparring southpaws. Him, Luke Saunders, there was a few other like southpaws, but yeah, man, just shout out to Michael Elliott. You know, hopefully he goes on to bigger and better things. You know, sometimes it's what's best for us. You know, that we have to go in that direction. So yeah, man, big up Michael. I'm always here for you, geez.
Dan, top man, thank you.
Yeah, cheers, man. Thank you, bro.
Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, Gold Star Promotions.co.uk.